Hi, I'm Peter Brusso, here back again with Todd Hill of Hill Electric, and we're going to talk about attic fans. Now, Todd, what's the major benefit of installing attic fans in your house?
The major benefit would have to be the fact that it lowers the temperature of the inside of your home. It's cooling the attic, therefore your air conditioner is not working nearly as hard. It, I believe, can extend the life of the roof above. Uh, I think the major benefit would be the fact that it cools the attic, which cools your home, which gives you less stress on your air conditioners, which are actually spending the most money on anybody's electric bill.
Right, I've heard that you can save up to 30% in your AC bill by installing attic fans.
I'm not sure about the percentage, Peter, but you could be very accurate with that.
Well, I did look it up. I did my homework and did my
Okay,
research. Yes. Now,
you're a step ahead.
one of the things in the old days is you had to remember to turn the attic fan on. There was always a remote switch somewhere. Nowadays, thermostats, automatic turn on, turn off. Talk to me about that.
Okay, well, the majority of our customers, I always try to lead them to leaving the thermostat on, which I think is the best way to go. We do get customers that are seasonal. There's a lot of them around, who ask me to come down and put an override switch inside the house where when they're gone, if they're gone during the cool season, that sort of thing, they'll shut it off. But I personally, in my house, I leave them on 24/7. I think they've been up there for 7, 8, 9 years now that we've lived here. And the thermostat turns them on when it needs to, and it doesn't work when it doesn't have to. I think thermostat's the best way to go.
Now, the types of attic fans that you install, are they the ones like through the roof or at the or at the ends of the building or the attic,
Well, my preference is the gable fans on the ends.
right?
It'll pull air from one end and push it out the other end. I try to stay away from roof penetrations. We have done them in remodels and that sort of thing, where there's other trades that come in and follow behind and make sure roof penetrations are sealed and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But as a rule, I think the most effective is the gable fans.
yeah. I've always been a big candidate of not drilling holes in my ceiling or my roof that'll ultimately in 20 years leak, and then you got to get somebody up there. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, now, so they're fairly quiet. You don't hear them, right?
You do not hear them. We've had a couple instances where customers have called and said, I hear my attic fan. We go up in there, and what we find is that the force of the air or the fan itself is rattling something else that's in your attic. In the most recent case, it was a exhaust fan duct from their bathroom that was not
Oh,
secured. Whoever installed the duct didn't secure it, and the fan that's kind of gives you an idea of how much air it can move.
wow.
Was actually rattling the ductwork from the exhaust fan.
Now, can you regulate the amount of air through there, or is it one speed fits all?
It depends on what size fan you buy. And I try to put the fan that fits the square footage for the customer. So, yeah, you can regulate it obviously with the CFM and that sort of thing. But it's very rare that somebody says they can hear it. And I just gave you an example why they could hear that one.
Very interesting. Um, Let me see. I think that's about it. Everything to know about attic fans. You want to add anything to that?
No, except I highly recommend them in our desert. I've lived here for, geez, over 50 years, and attic fans do work. They will reduce your electric bill.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Thanks, Todd.
You bet.